A yellow alert has been issued in Bengaluru, the IT hub, Silicon Valley of the East. Deputy Chief Minister G.K. Shivakumar held a meeting with all the commissioners to take stock of the situations. Warnings have been issued to Bangaloreans to not venture anywhere close to underpasses or highways. Stay put is the message. So far, so good. But this is a recurring menace in the IT hub. In the recent past, a 22-year-old techie, Bhanureka, working for Infosys, lost her life when the car she was travelling in drowned in a flooded underpass. Then came the death of Lokesh, who was all of 27, who also fell to his death in the inundated city. Every year, it is the same scenario. Clogged drains, flooded roads and homes, even as this IT hub of a city is showcased by subsequent governments as world-class. But the reality on the ground during pre-monsoon, monsoon and post-monsoon is anything but world-class. And now it has perhaps peaked to an extent that many IT companies are either grinning or bearing it or actually thinking of moving out of Bengaluru. For instance, in 2022, the Outer Ring Road Association wrote to the then Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai claiming that the Bengaluru IT companies had suffered a loss of 225 crore rupees as most of the employees were stuck in the traffic for almost 4 to 5 hours. I know what you're thinking. Is that even reason enough? It is. Absolutely. You know, now the thing is that we all did work from home during COVID. Now it's work from traffic. You just sit there and you start your work, you log in, because that's the way to go, at least in Bengaluru. Have the IT companies had enough? Are they now saying that you have to solve this or else we have to look for alternatives? Mr. Pai, you know, last year we saw the kind of, you had tweeted, you had tagged the Prime Minister, you had tagged the then Chief Minister also and several others and said enough is enough. Now you look at the situation right now, you know, we were just thinking, the production team and I, we were sitting, we said visuals, last year visuals also looked the same, the year before last also, you can just do cut and paste, Mr. Pai. What is this? Is it, you know, I remember your tweet and I spoke to you then and you said, look, it is not about this government or that government. Subsequent governments have really failed. What is, I mean, what's your opinion this time around, this year as it were?
Look, all governments have been callous. They've been promising investment. They never say no to us, but nothing happens to the ground. There is deep corruption in the BBMP. Every time something happens, money is allocated, large sums of money are eaten up and used for payment for old projects. It's been a recurring occurrence for many reasons, because Bangalore is a very rich city. Most politicians use Bangalore as a cash cow to make money, and they pay lip sympathy to people. They're very busy making money. We've seen it happen for the last so many years. It's not the government of the BJP or the Congress. We've seen all of them do something together, and it's been very disgusting, and we've been fighting it out. Now we have Mr. D.K. Shivakumar, and D.K. Shivakumar is a very dynamic person. I know he hopes to be the future Chief Minister of Karnataka, and he's got the Bangalore portfolio. Sadly, Chief Minister Bommai never gave the Bangalore portfolio to anybody. He kept it with him, and he was too busy running the state to do anything for Bangalore. Even though he promised projects, he came and saw the flood area and the outer ring road. Nothing happened after that, because you need a very tough man who is going to crack heads, who is going to break heads and put the fear of the government in the people who have to work. And that, I think, the earlier Chief Minister was not able to do. I hope D.K. Shivakumar now takes it up, because he's the Minister for Bangalore. He's the future Chief Minister of the state, and he has to prove himself. So there is hope, and I hope something happens. The only way it will work, Sudha, is if the Bangalore Minister, Sri D.K. Shivakumar, dismisses 100, 200 very corrupt people in the BDA and the BBMP and puts the fear of the government in them, saying that non-performance is not acceptable. For example, look at the underpasses which flood. They've been flooding for the last 15, 20 years. It's a wrong design. There is no drain out. There is no drain out. Where is the drain for the water to go? Or the drains are blocked. Even in the flood on the outer ring road, why did the water stand for so many days? Because the drains were blocked. First of all, the Raja Kalway was shortened, thin, and then the drains were blocked. They don't even clean the drains. They possibly take away the money. So it is a question of bad management. Hopefully now we have the Minister for Bangalore and we live in hope.
You know, Brinda, I want to ask you, like every year, like I was telling Mr. Pai, it is the same scenario. You know, when Bhanureka passed, my heart really broke. And it is not only, Bhanureka is a symptom. But the point is, everything has been said about this mess that the rains create every year. Now the thing is, they said there is corruption, 40% Sarkara. Then we said, oh, BBMP elections have not taken place for more than 2 years. That has to be in place. But tell me something. Why is it that apart from everything else, this is the IT hub, Brinda. This is something that we showcase to the world. And you know, this brings revenue. I mean, this IT industry, when we talk about exports, it is doing fabulously well. We have graphics also to show how much money it generates. Then where is the problem, Brinda Adige? What is, you know, you cannot perhaps spoil the best thing that you have in your life, right?
You're absolutely right, Sudha. The best things in our life have already been spoilt. But like you mentioned, there is always space and technology and expertise for course correction. And that means to put the best minds together to find out what is the next alternative to be done. Monitor it in case somebody mentioned that there are a lot of corrupt people in the corporations, in the municipal corporations. If you are so sure and you know of all of them, A, you have to start legal proceedings. B, remove them, shift them out from there, suspend them. Don't tell us that, you know, there are no workers, because there is a lot of vacancies. So the government today has to literally move on a war footing and say that my citizens in Bengaluru and the other towns and cities in Karnataka cannot continue to suffer like this, which means very hard decisions have to be taken. Now, Mr. Siddaramaiah, as the CM, will have to give his go, and Mr. D.K. Shivakumar has to put his foot down and ensure that the job is done. No matter how powerful those in power just now are in these municipal corporations, remove them from there. There's going to be a lot of bad blood. So
Right.
what? Your citizens are more important. And remember that these citizens are ones who are paying our taxes, and all of this is at our cost.
Right.
We also suffer it on a daily basis.
Yeah.
This is exactly what we don't want.
But
so
then, you know,
monitoring and
yeah.
accountability.
Yeah. Do you think it is as easy? We saw the election results in Bengaluru. I don't want to go into it. Done enough. There is a new government in place, so maybe, you know, they will get their act together. But you know, Mr. Pai spoke about Rajakalave. You have spoken a lot. You've done a lot of work. You have kind of brought it to the public, as it were. Do you think it is as easy to be done? So first, D.K. Shivakumar, who's known to walk the talk, is, you know, very, very assertive. Do you think it's going to be, don't you think it's going to be very tough for him to kind of start afresh? Where do you start from?
Sudha, for D.K. Shivakumar, we have only one mandate. The only mandate is to make the job of a Bengaluru minister redundant. It is not the job of a state minister to run the city. The city needs its own city government. It needs a mayor. It needs councillors. It needs to be empowered. All the services of the city have to be unified under the city government. The city, first and foremost, needs a planning authority. We don't have a planning authority. That is why the city is a mess. It's not because the state government is inefficient. It is wrong to expect the state government to administer a city.
All
It
right.
is wrong to expect one D.K. Shivakumar to stand at every underpass. I mean, it's stupidity. What we need is a change of thinking, something that has not worked for 75 years. Why do we expect it to work? I can give it to you in writing that if the state government continues status quo, it will fail. This city is already at a point of no return. It will get worse. We don't have time to do this. 30 years back, the parliament, in its wisdom, enacted the 74th Amendment. It clearly said devolution is the key. You need
Yes.
to have a planning authority for a city so there is a sustainable development plan.
Right.
For 30 years, we didn't have a plan. So what are these oldies who keep saying, oh, let the status quo continue, let's not have a planning authority, let some stupid consultants like R.K. Mishra come and say, build flyovers, and we'll build that. The problem with Bengaluru is that consultants like these come and give some stupid ad hoc projects, which is illegal under the law. It is against the constitution.
Very
We should
strong
get rid of
words.
the status quo. See,
Very,
this
very
status quo
strong
works
words
for
there.
corruption.
Yeah.
Huh?
You very strong words there, Sandeep, I must say.